Hey, my friend, I hope your week is starting off right. So, what I want to talk to you about this week is setting identity goals. Now, if you're an achiever, you already set goals. Goals like, I want to lose 35 pounds before summer, or I want to earn X amount of income in my business in the next 12 months. Those are great goals, but they're not identity goals. What identity goals do is they help you to become the type of person you want to become. And I know it sounds like clickbait whenever I say, that you can become the type of person you want to become in 5 minutes, but it's actually very true because it's a 5-step framework, and you will see as you go through this video that it takes a minute to complete each one of these steps that put you on your way to becoming that person that you want to become. And we all know that's a journey, not a destination, but what it really does, it helps you to leapfrog, to move forward toward that person that you want to be a little bit faster. It's super powerful. So I hope you have a great week this week, and I really hope you take this to heart. Just complete the 5 steps. I promise you it's super simple and you can get it done, and we will see you in the training. Take care. All right, so this is how to become the person that you want to be in 5 minutes or 5 steps. Number 1 is that you want to think about 3 or 4 people that have traits that you would like to adopt. So maybe it's someone that's a really good listener. Maybe they really listen well. Maybe it's somebody that's a very attentive person and they're very present with other people. Maybe it's somebody who's just very gracious and really just seems to be grateful for the things that they have. Maybe it's someone who's very loving, but you look at the people in your life and you decide, okay, who are the 3 or 4 people that have traits that I want to adopt for my own life? And you'll want to look at people that are like-minded. Me as a Christian, I'm going to look to other Christians because they're moving in the same direction as I am, as well as having this specific trait. It really helps you to flow downstream. But think about who those people are in your life, the 3 or 4 people that you might not necessarily want to be them, but they definitely have a trait that you want to move towards, and you take the time to write down those 3 or 4 now. Okay, number 2 is simply out beside the names of these 3 or 4 people, you want to specifically write down what that trait is that that person possesses. So if your first person was Mike, then out to the side you might write good listener, or you might write loving. Whatever that person, whatever trait that person has, you want to write that out beside the 3 or 4 people. You want to write that out beside their name. It can be in the form of a sentence or it can be 1 or 2 words. Again, this is a really simple framework, so we're keeping it simple here, but go ahead and write that out beside their names, the trait now. Okay, so this brings us to number 3. Looking at the traits of these 3 or 4 people, you want to decide on what your identity outcome is. Meaning, whenever you look at these traits, what is the outcome? Okay, what is the outcome that you want to reach by adopting one of these traits? I.e., if I'm going to use the example of being a good listener, the identity outcome would be that I want to become a better listener in the next 12 months. Okay, that would be my identity outcome. So you want to take all 3 or 4 of these, look at the trait, and decide what you want your identity outcome to be. Simply, I want to become a better listener, or I want to be a more loving person, or I want to be more attentive, and you write that down now. All right, this brings us to number 4. Now, the problem with number 3, and this is where you end up seeing a bottleneck or a weak link in the chain, that is, people say things like, I want to be a better listener, or I want to be more loving, but it's not measurable, right? It's not manageable. There are no metrics to make you that person other than having the hope that you want to be this person. This is where we change that, because instead of the identity outcome from that, we now have an identity goal. Okay, and I'm going to give you an example here in a moment, but an identity goal is specific and it has a deadline, and these are based on your identity outcome. So here's the example. If we're using the idea of someone being a good listener and you say, I want to be a better listener in the next 12 months, how you turn that into an identity goal is you say, for at least 10 minutes every week, I'm going to have a conversation where I listen attentively to a person who is difficult to listen to. Okay? Pretty simple, or something like that. You can get creative on this, but to the best of my knowledge, that is a goal that is specific and it's timed. It's 10 minutes each week, and it's going to ultimately lead me to my identity outcome, to that identity that I want, to becoming more like the type of person that I want to be. So you're going to now take that 3 or 4, and by the way, and I should have mentioned this at the beginning, just pick one of these, okay? Because we're going to get a little more specific in the last 2, but just pick one of these 3 or 4 and create that identity goal. That's really the whole point of this exercise, is to get one of these accomplished. So pick one of these, use the identity outcome, and create your identity goal now. Okay, now you should have one identity goal, and this person will help you to become the person you want to become, and we need to shore it up with number 5, and that is identity accountability. Think of someone in your life right now that if you told this identity goal to, that they would be positive and they would also keep you in check, keep you on track. And write down that person's name now. Okay, there is a blueprint at stonejordan.info, and that will give you your 7-day challenge for this week. You can check that out. Also, it's going to have all the good information from this video. Check that out. I really hope you follow this, because this will help you to grow closer to becoming that person you want to become. It works if you just follow it. So I hope you have a great week this week, and no matter what you do with it, remember to do 2 things with it: be both purposeful and productive. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you next time. Did you like this video? Would you like to make sure that you apply it to your daily life? If so, go to stonevlog.com, click Blueprints, and download the blueprint for this video so you can really apply it. It's going to give you really the meat of what was discussed here today, and then it's more importantly going to give you your 7-day challenge. This is the part that really makes this applicable and makes you a doer more than just a hearer. So go check it out. That will also subscribe you so you receive these videos in your inbox every week, so that you can continue to grow, continue to have deeper purpose and higher productivity, and become more. Thanks so much. Have a great day.